Who pays for a home inspection? How much does it cost? Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Lindsay with the Wise Move AZ team at Realty ONE Group. If you want to stay up to date on all things Anthem and real estate, then you need to hit that subscribe button. Pro tip, you're also going to want to hit the little bell icon so that you're the first to know when our new videos are posted every single Thursday. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, you may have questions about the inspection process. And let's be honest, at the end of the day, we all want to know how much it's going to cost and who is going to pay. As your Anthem, Arizona realtor, I have been involved with a lot of home inspections, so I will happily give you an idea of what's typical here in Arizona. Also, at the end of this video, I will give you access to our cheat sheet of 10 questions to ask a home inspector before hiring them, so stick around. In Arizona, it's most common for the buyer to pay out of pocket for home inspections. What do I mean by that? I mean that the buyer will typically pay for any desired inspections whether or not the sale closes. Buyers will typically pay the inspection companies directly, and these amounts won't show up on any closing statements. A seller may pay for inspections in one of two unique circumstances. Number one, they decide they want to have their home inspected prior to listing. If the seller has concerns about potential issues with the home that may become a concern when they're under contract with a buyer, they may opt to have the home inspected prior to listing and take care of any major repairs. If you're buying a home that falls into this category, I would still strongly recommend that you get your own inspections done. Number two, a seller may pay for inspections if it's negotiated into the contract. In our industry, we often say anything for the right price. What I mean by this is that it would be possible to negotiate having the seller pay for an inspection in the purchase contract. If you're a buyer and you're considering going this route, keep in mind that it can definitely make your offer less appealing to the seller and may not get you the response that you want. Personally, I've never seen this done, but like I said, anything's negotiable. Remember, in the vast majority of cases, the buyer will pay for their own inspections of the property. So let's assume you're looking to buy a house. How much money do you need to set aside for inspections? There are so many different kinds of inspections you can have done on a property. In fact, I made a video on all the different kinds of inspections you can have done, so if that interests you at all, feel free to check it out. If you had every kind of inspection done, you'd be looking at thousands of dollars. But in reality, there are a select few different inspections that we strongly recommend our buyers get, if applicable. Number one, a professional home inspection. I talk in way more detail about the general professional home inspection in this video, so feel free to check that out. This inspection will typically set you back about $300. Number two, an HVAC inspection. This is heating, ventilation, and cooling, and this inspection will run you about $125. You may be able to skip this inspection if the AC is newer or if the seller can provide detailed service records. Number three, a termite inspection. We typically have this done at the same time as the general professional home inspection, and it runs you about $55. This one is really important in Arizona. Number four, a reverse osmosis system inspection. If the home has an RO system, you may want to have it inspected. This will cost you about $125. Number five, a water softener inspection. Much like the RO system, if the home has a water softener, you may want to get it inspected. Set aside another $125 for this one too, just to be safe. If the home doesn't have a water softener, you may want to price one out during your inspection period. The water in Arizona is really hard. Number six, a pool inspection. If the home you're looking to buy has a pool, you may want to have it inspected. Set aside $150 for this one. Remember, the types of inspections you opt to have done depend entirely on the home you're planning to buy. You'll be able to decide on the different inspections on a case-by-case basis. And once you receive your general inspection report, you'll have a better idea of what other professionals you may need to hire. So there you have it. If you were to get all of these inspections done, it would cost you, the buyer, about $880. That being said, I always encourage buyers to round up and have an even $1,000 readily available for inspections. If we end up spending less, you'll be pleasantly surprised and you can put that money towards an awesome piece of art for your new living room or something fun like that. If this feels a bit pricey, know that I hear you, but I do still genuinely believe in the value of these inspections. These inspections can save you thousands of dollars in repairs down the road. When the inspectors know problems, you, with the help of your realtor, can ask the sellers to correct these problems, or if the problems are just way more than you're willing to take on, you are not obligated to proceed with the contract. Thank goodness. Think about it this way, whether the inspector discovers major problems that cause you to walk away from the deal, or it comes back that the home is absolutely perfect, it will be money well spent because it will give you the peace of mind of proceeding in the best possible way. Last but not least, if you're wondering how to pick the best inspector for the job, then you may want to pop down to the description box below and snag your copy of our cheat sheet, 10 questions to ask an inspector before hiring them. I hope this video has helped you to become a more savvy and well-informed buyer. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video with your friends. See you next Thursday.